All right, today is Wednesday, February the 11th, 2026. This is a meeting of the Cities and Counties Subcommittee. If you don't have a bill in here, you're free to go wherever. I want to welcome members and guests. The committee will be in order. Will the clerk open the voting board? And will members sign in and register your presence? I thought I saw, yeah, he's working. Madam Clerk, take the roll, please.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 members present. You have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Do any of the members wish to recognize any guests or have any personal orders? Seeing none, we will take up today's calendar item number 1, House Bill 1820 by Chairman Russell. There's been a request to roll this 1 week. Is there objection? Hearing no objection, House Bill 1820 is rolled 1 week. Item number 2 on today's agenda is House Bill 1875 by Chairman Martin. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there may have a motion, a second. Chairman Martin, you are recognized on House Bill 1875.
Thank you, Chairman and Committee. House Bill 1875 ensures that electric vehicle owners may install EV chargers at their home. A constituent brought this to my attention when a homeowners association in my county considered banning EV chargers from the property. This bill models after similar legislation in Virginia and elsewhere to ensure reasonable restrictions while preventing an HOA from completely banning an electric vehicle charger on the property. The vehicle owner would be responsible for purchasing, properly installing, maintaining, and insuring the vehicle charger. And with that, I'm standing ready for questions.
Members, you've heard the explanation. Vice Chairman Wright. Vice Chairman Wright, you're recognized. Representative Dixie, I'll let you go first. You're recognized.
Just to be clear, you're saying that people have been prohibited from installing this in their property that they're paying for in their house.
Chairman Martin.
This would be like at a condo or a townhome or homeowners association. We have like a garage that has lots of cars. It's going to allow the HOA to perhaps say, well, we're going to put these cars here, but they can't say we're not going to have these, that you're prohibited from having that car.
Representative Dixie.
All right, thank you for the clarification.
Representative Wright, Vice Chairman Wright, do you wish for?
Yes. Has this got a going forward date or effective now or?
Chairman Martin.
That is an excellent question. I think it takes effect on July the 1st of this year.
Thank you.
Representative Dixie, follow up.
Oh, the other question is, once the person, say if they sell the condo, are they responsible? Who would incur the charges for uninstalling it or moving, or would they be required to remove it?
Chairman Martin.
Well, I think that would probably be a part of the sales transaction. You know, I would imagine that would be something like if you had a house and you had cameras and a water filter system or whatever that you were doing, that's a part of it.
Representative Dixie.
All right, last question. So if they install it in a in that public garage that's for utility, who's going to pay the usage fee?
Chairman Martin.
Well, I think that would be up to the person that owns that, and that'd be the association would have to work that out with the property owner as far as what kind of fees there would be for that. But what this bill is saying is that the HOA cannot prohibit someone from having an electric vehicle and the chargers and those kinds of things. They've got to make provisions for them. They can't deny them. You have a right to have whatever kind of car you want, and your neighbors, just because you live in a condo or a town home situation, they can't say, no, you can't do that.
Well,
Representative Dixie.
Sorry. Thank you, and I apologize for that jumping in. I'll say, I guess my concern is that if it by being an HOA, it becomes a common in a CAM, and everyone's going to have to share in that cost. I don't know how you could separate that in a garage to go to like a apartment C, and when it's on a common area. So I'm not really sure that other people may be paying for that for somebody else's usage because of their. That's my only concern.
Chairman Martin.
Yeah, I don't think this bill really addresses that part of the conversation. That's a legitimate part of the conversation for where you would have HOAs, but that's not what this bill's about. This bill is saying that an HOA cannot prohibit you from having the vehicle that you choose to drive.
Thank you.
And I would say also, Mr. Chairman, that that's very important down in my community where Volkswagen makes a lot of electric vehicles, and we appreciate the good work that they do in Hamilton County and appreciate the work.
Any other members have questions? Is there objection to the question? Hearing none, we are voting on House Bill 1875, moving to the next available calendar of state and local government. Madam Clerk, open the board for voting. Members, cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 5 ayes and 1 no.
Ayes prevail. House Bill 1875 moves next available calendar, state and local government. The next bill on today's calendar, we're going to go out of order without objection. We'll now take up item 10. Hearing no objection, we'll take up item 10, which is by Vice Chairman Stinnett, House Bill 1674. We have a motion and a second. Vice Chairman Stinnett, you're recognized on House Bill 1674.
Thank you, Chairman and members. This bill comes from the Comptroller's Office. Last year, we had a bill where we had a little mistake. We had some language where we subtracted in one place of the bill, but we didn't get it in both places where they meant for it to be removed. So this language will delete the language, 10 words. It says to the cost of which the state of Tennessee contributes. It just deletes those 10 words in one other place in the bill. Yes, sir.
Ms. Sponsor, say that again. What words are deleted?
To the cost of which the state of Tennessee contributes.
That's 5 words.
Well, you know what? I can't count. I was in 7th grade math. I'm sorry. But I just reading exactly what I was given, and I didn't count them, sir.
So this is a cleanup bill.
No, there's 10 words there, sir.
This is a cleanup bill.
It is a cleanup bill, and
Yes. Is there a question?
it's
Is
one
there
of us can't
questions?
count.
Is there questions for the sponsor, bill sponsor? Does this bill make government work better?
Yes, sir, it does. It clears up some places where you could have some discrepancies.
Is there objections? A question? Are the members ready for the question? Hearing no objection, we're voting on House Bill 1674. Madam Clerk, open the voting roll, please. Will every member vote? Has every member cast their vote? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk takes the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 ayes and 0 noes.
The ayes prevail. House Bill 1674 moves next available calendar, state and local government.
Chairman, thank you. Members, Mr. Golfer, too.
Item number 3 on today's agenda, House Bill 1720 by Representative Hicks. Is there a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second on House Bill 1720. Representative Hicks, you're recognized on that bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Chairman Stinnett is a school teacher too, or was, so.
You're out of order on the bill.
House Bill 1720 will allow county governments to take back the authority of planning and zoning inside the urban growth boundary if the property is inside the county and not annexed by a municipality. This bill simply lets the county legislative body decide by majority vote in a public meeting whether planning and zoning in an unincorporated urban growth boundary should be handled locally by the county or continue under the regional body. This means the people who vote for county commissioners will also be the ones whose elected officials control their zoning, instead of being permanently regulated by a city standard by a regional body. even when the annexation is unlikely or impossible. If a city and a property owner want annexation, if they want annexation, nothing in this bill stops annexation under existing law. And once annexed, the property returns to the Regional Planning Commission authority, just as it does today. That's the bill. That's the explanation I've got, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Members, we have a question on the bill. You've heard the explanation. Chair has one question. If you put in a cul-de-sac, city standards are one thing and county standards are another. And down the road, 2 or 3 owners later of that house that's on the cul-de-sac has peer pressure to go to be annexed. How does that change? Would that association have to come to the city standards in order to be annexed? That's my issue. So if you could answer that, thank you, sir. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In that case, there's a couple of things that would happen there. Number one, the city, it's their choice on whether they would want to take that into the city or not. If they felt like that cul-de-sac or that street wasn't large enough, it's totally in the city's decision whether they would want to do that. It's a choice. And I think we want to keep it that way. But the chances of that happening is very, very low. I don't know of hardly any cases to where once a subdivision has been developed, the way that the law is now, whenever in 2017, whenever the annexation law passed, all of that changed. And it would take a lot for an entire subdivision to want to be annexed after the developer decides not to be annexed at the time of the development.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sponsor, for that explanation. Any other member have a question, comment? Is there objection to the question? Hearing none, we're now voting on House Bill 1720, moving forward to the next available calendar, state and local government. Madam Clerk, open the voting board. Members, please cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 ayes and 0 noes.
The ayes prevail. House Bill 1720 moves to the next available calendar of state and local government.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, committee.
Item number 4 on today's agenda is House Bill 1514 by Vice Chairman McCalman. We have a motion and a second. Vice Chairman McCalman, you're recognized on House Bill 1514. Do you have an amendment, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I do have an amendment. That is drafting code 012981.
Whoa. Could you give me that one more time on House Bill 1514?
House Bill 1514, yes, sir. I have drafting code 012981.
That's correct. I have a motion on the amendment. Okay, the amendment's before us. Does it rewrite the bill?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
All right, if you go ahead and explain the amendment, please, and then we'll vote.
Mr. Chairman, the amended language was essentially, well, actually, no, Mr. Chairman, it doesn't rewrite the bill, just adds a section to it.
Okay.
So,
All right, all in favor of the amendment, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. The ayes prevail. Amendment 12981 is on the amended bill. We're back on House Bill 1514 as amended.
excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, what House Bill 1514 does is simply say that a municipality cannot take punitive action against a retailer for a theft of a grocery cart that is taken off the parking lot and picked up by the city 3-4 blocks down the road. It's preemptive language. Nobody's doing it now, but other states have had that happen. I just want to make sure that that doesn't happen in this great state. And with that, I stand ready for questions.
Members, you have a question on the bill as amended? Is there objection to the question? Hearing no objection, we're voting on House Bill 1514 as amended. Madam Clerk, open the voting board, please. Members, cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 ayes and 0 noes.
The ayes prevail. House Bill 1514 as amended moves to the next available calendar, state and local government.
Thank you, Chairman and committee.
Now, next item is item 5, House Bill 1697 by Vice Chairman McCalman. Is there a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Your bill is properly before us. You're recognized on the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, currently, the President of the United States and the Governor are the only folks that have the authority to issue a call to lower the flag to half-mast. This bill would also enable the county executive or mayor and municipal mayors to lower the flags in the city or the county to half-mast for the death of a prominent citizen. And with that, I stand ready for questions.
Members, you have a question? Comments? Is there objection to the question? Hearing no objection, we're voting on House Bill 1697. Moving to the next available county, state and local government. Madam Clerk, open the voting board. Members, please cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 ayes and 0 noes.
The ayes prevail. House Bill 1697 moves next available calendar, state and local government.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee.
And next item is item number 6, House Bill 1687 by Representative Hakeem. Is there a motion? Second. We have a motion and a second. Bill's properly before us. Representative Hakeem, you're recognized on the bill, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. This legislation updates the property value cap used to calculate state reimbursement for disabled veterans' property tax relief, increasing it from $175,000 to $200,000 of the home's full market value. As property values rise across the state, disabled veterans are shouldering a greater portion of their local property tax burden, even though the structure of the program has not changed. This bill does not expand eligibility and does not create a new benefit. This bill simply updates the reimbursement calculation to better reflect current market conditions. This is a modest, data-supported adjustment that helps ensure disabled veteran property tax relief keeps pace with today's housing market. With that, Mr. Chairman, respectfully ask for support of this bill.
Thank you, Representative Hakeem. Representative Butler, you're recognized on the bill, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Sponsor, I appreciate you supporting this and sponsoring this bill as a veteran myself. I know there's a lot of our disabled veterans who have applied for this, and unfortunately, I don't think this fund is completely funded as it should be. And the modest improvement that you're asking for, I agree with. I really think it ought to be about 250 or 300, but I'll take 200 over what it currently is, and I support this bill. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Anyone else have a question? To the sponsor, point of clarification, which disabled veterans qualify? If you could clarify. Yeah, I believe it's 100% permanent and total.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so just want to get that on the
Yes,
record.
sir.
Not a problem. Is there any other questions? Is there objection to the question? Hearing no objection, we're voting on House Bill 1687. Madam Clerk, open the voting board, please. Members, please cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 ayes and 0 noes.
The ayes prevail. House Bill next available calendar, state and local government.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members.
Item number 7, House Bill 1672 by Representative Jones. Is there a motion? Second. We have a motion and a second. Representative Jones, you're recognized on House Bill 1672.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a comptroller's bill, and this bill makes government, sorry about that. This bill makes government work better in two ways. The bill would allow the comptroller to approve emergency operating loans for local governments in natural disaster without waiting for FEMA to declare a disaster. And the second way, it would also, this bill allows local governments to use other revenue sources to repay grant anticipation loans, preventing unnecessary expenses when grant reimbursements are late. So it just like gives the comptroller to approve emergency loans or money when they're waiting on grant money or FEMA money.
You've heard the sponsor's explanation or the questions, comments. To the sponsor, FEMA declarations required,
Yes.
but the money sometimes won't flow for a number of
2 to 3 years. I mean, we're
years.
dealing with this right now, and if it hadn't been for some of the stuff that this body did with the emergency money as loans, districts up and dealt with Helene would still be trying to figure out how to repair roads and bridges, just like what Nashville just had recently with the snowstorm. If this had been available then money could have come quicker.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Is there objection to the question? Hearing or seeing none, we're voting on House Bill 1672, moving to the next available calendar, state and local government. Madam Clerk, open the voting board, please. Members, please cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 ayes and 0 noes.
The ayes prevail. House Bill 1672 moves next available calendar, state and local government.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee.
Item number 8, House Joint Resolution 790 by Representative Atchley. Is there a motion? We have a motion and a second. Representative, you're recognized on the resolution, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me. HJR 790 recognizes fire protection service as an essential service in Tennessee. Fire departments do more than fight fires. They respond to medical calls, rescues, disasters, and hazardous incidents. This resolution does not create laws, mandates, or cost. It is a statement of legislative recognition. It respects local control while encouraging communities to prioritize access to fire protection. It supports career, combination, and volunteer departments, especially in the rural areas. At a time of growing call volumes and staffing challenges, this resolution sends a clear message. Fire protection matters to the public safety and community stability. In summary, Mr. Chairman, recognizes fire protection service as an essential service and encourages all local government in Tennessee to ensure that fire protection services are available to all residents. That's what it does.
You've heard the explanation. Questions for the sponsor? Hearing none. Is there objection to the question? Hearing none. We're ready to vote on House Joint Resolution 790. Madam Clerk, open the voting board for vote. Members, please cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 6 ayes and 0 noes.
The ayes prevail. House Joint Resolution 790 moves to the next available calendar, state and local government.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, committee.
Item number 9 by Representative Reeves. He has requested this be rolled to the heel. Without objection, House Bill 1681 is rolled to the heel. We have item number 11, House Bill 1667 by Representative Mayberry. Sponsor requests to roll this bill for 2 weeks. Without objection, hearing no objection, House Bill 1667 is rolled 2 weeks. And now we take item 12 up, House Bill 1878 by Chair Lady Littleton. Is there a motion?
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. Chair Lady Littleton, you're recognized on House Bill 1878.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1878 authorizes the Board of Directors of an Industrial Development Corporation to initiate a merger with another industrial development corporation in the manner provided for the public benefits corporations pursuant to Tennessee Code Annotated Title 48, Chapter 61.
Sponsor. Questions for the sponsor? Representative Dixie, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could you give me an example of how this would work or when this would be applicable?
Chairman Littleton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm looking for the date to start with. It takes effect upon becoming law.
Representative Dixie.
I was saying like can you give me an example of when an industrial development corporation may need to merge with another corporation? When would that need to occur? Like at what circumstances would allow for that to happen?
Chair Lady Littleton.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I guess it would be up to, for the reason upon their own, but if one board, then we have two boards in Dixon. So one, if they want to merge the other one, merge them together.
Representative Dixie.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Right. To the sponsor, sometimes it's easier for a prospective client to deal with one entity than many entities. That's one reason we have the East Bank Development Authority instead of people having to work with 40 members or so of Metro Council. But thank you for bringing the legislation.
You said that so much better than me. Thank you.
Is there any other questions or comments? Is there objection to the question? Hearing no objection, now we're voting on House Bill 1878, moving to the next available calendar of state and local government. Madam Clerk, open the voting board. Members, please cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 5 ayes and 1 no.
The ayes prevail. House Bill 1878 moves next available calendar, state and local government. Okay, this takes us to the heel of the calendar. Representative Reeves' bill. Without objection, we'll roll House Bill 1681 to the next available calendar on Cities and County Subcommittee. Hearing no objection, House Bill 1681 is rolled 1 week. This completes today's calendar. At this time, does any of the members have an announcement or comments? Hearing none, without objection, this meeting is adjourned. Hearing no objection, this meeting is adjourned.